One of the things that's really annoying about physical media is the fact that you physically have to swap cartridges or discs in and out if you are going ahead and playing different games on a video game system. It's one of the things that I have to say digital does have an advantage over physical gaming, but there's a way now to kind of circumvent that, at least on the Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look at this here. So this here is the Unitek Switch Game Card Reader 8-in-1 Game Card Switcher for Nintendo Switch Switch OLED, multiple card storage holder accessories for games for storage. That's a lot there to unpack. So basically what this does is, taking a look here, is it will allow you to go ahead and have 4 games that you can switch between on your Switch, and then 4 additional games you can have in the storage location, so that way you can easily swap in and out when you are going ahead and playing physical games on your Nintendo Switch or your Switch OLED. Now, we covered in our YouTube short recently that Unitek has sent us one of these to go ahead and check out. And we've got some questions about it. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to unbox this, we're going to see how it attaches to the Switch dock and to the Switch OLED dock. So here we have the Unitek multi-port Switch Game Card Reader, and it's pretty nondescript box, which is not a terrible thing. I mean, there's not a lot really going on here that we need a huge box for. LED indicator shows Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, so they do have different colors on there. More efficient and convenient. Quickly switch the game card via the LED switch button. Save your game card. Reduce the attrition of Switch game cards caused by more insertion and removal. LED indicator comes with different LED lights for different game card slots. So let's take a look. So it does come with a USB-A to USB-C cable. And then here is the adapter itself, which you can see game 4, 3, 2, 1, and then storage 1, 2, 3, 4, USB-C. And then this little doodad here, this is what goes into your Switch and basically is the interface. You've got, a push button here to swap from one cartridge to the next. And other than that, that's about it. Now, let me grab my Switch dock here. So we have my original Switch dock and then my Switch OLED dock here. The one thing is I don't see any instructions in there. Nothing. So that'd be nice to kind of have a little tutorial of how to go ahead and attach this. I'm thinking it's just going to go like so. Yeah. And what's nice is it's a pretty tight fit, so it doesn't pop off. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And then that's the Switch OLED. Let's check with the original. Yeah, same thing. Nice fitment there. You can see how it aligns with the back of the Switch. I like that. Good placement here of where that connector will go into the card slot. Same thing with the OLED. I do not have a cartridge in here. So, just like that, that's all that there is to it. Now, with this design as it is, I don't know that you can really utilize it for, with a third-party dock, short of just like having it sit there on the ground or, sit like that and then have it connected to the back of your Switch. So this is really designed with your Switch OEM dock in mind. So let's grab a couple games. Let's get loaded up here. And actually, I'm going to use my Switch OLED because that actually has a game in it, I'm pretty sure. So MLB The Show 22 will go into game slot number 1. That's a nice fitment there, too. Let me move this out of the way for a second. So it doesn't feel grindy or draggy. That feels really, really nice. I like that. What we're also going to do is, I believe that this does require some sort of power on here. So we're going to go ahead and slap that around on my photo bench. Plug that in there. I will say it'd be nice to have different colors too, just as an option. And then that can go right back there. Is there... That's right, we lost the we gained the Ethernet connection, lost USB, so there's that. Just gonna pop that in there. Let's load this thing up. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get loaded up here. So I've got Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That's gonna go into slot 2. Okay. Super Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury is going to go into 3. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, just because it's what I've been playing probably more than anything lately on the Switch. Now, I don't know that I'm going to utilize the storage, but I just want to see how the storage works. So that's not spring-loaded. So that's what I was wondering. Yeah. It'd be nice if that were spring-loaded. I do feel like it's applying a little bit of stress to the cartridges, but it's good to know that I do have storage here if I would want to utilize it. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go through and we're going to test each of the games here real quick and see how it works. So I've got everything hooked up, set up, ready to rock and roll here now. I do have it set just to the first position, and on that is going to be MLB The Show 22. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll back here. Let's see what happens when I hit the button each time. Now, it changes color. You can kind of see how it changes color when you're in, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. It does color change so that you can go ahead and get a, great idea just at a visual glance. Now, I kind of wish there was just an LED behind each cartridge so you knew 1, 2, 3, 4, because now I got to remember this color code. But I want to see what happens here on screen as I change the games using the button on it. Let's take a look. Change to Kirby. There's that. That's flawless. Absolutely 100% flawless. I gotta say that worked exactly as I thought it would. So let's go ahead and we're gonna dive into the Show 22 for just a moment. Now, one of the things I will say that I have noticed on the Switch version of MLB The Show, whether we're talking about 22, 23, is the fact that it takes forever to load compared to the Xbox Series S or the PlayStation 5. That's where I really noticed the difference.
And now, the challenger.
Wow, missed that one.
Brewers, number 12, Hunter Renfro.
Missed that one too. Wow, not doing well. All right, we got that one out of there for Hunter. Okay, so I'm going to pause this here. Now let's go ahead. Here's the other thing I want to see is what happens when you try to change the game on the fly. What does the system do? We're going to see if we can break it. So it gives you a warning. Good to know. So now it shows Kirby in the Forgotten Land. We'll hop in here real quick. So where does this really kind of fit in? I will say for someone like me, this is fantastic, and here's why. So I keep my games down in this room here, down in the basement. And I generally have not been playing my Switch as much lately because I haven't wanted to run up and down to swap games out. For me, like, I've started recently playing this, and now I can go ahead and have that up there along with MLB The Show, along with Mario Kart, along with one other game, and be able to swap them in and out on the fly. And like I'm loving that. From a conceptual standpoint, that's absolutely brilliant. It's exactly what I wanted. What am I supposed to do here? I'll start this one here. And I like the fact too that I like and I don't like the storage idea, and here's why. So for me, if I'm not going to be able to access the game, then give me the option to go ahead and store it with. There we go. Store it with my case or something, But overall, like, this is working perfectly. I absolutely love it. And off camera, I also experimented with, this is my Switch OLED dock. It worked perfectly with the Switch dock too. And I tested with that initially because if there weren't issues, I'm okay with it screwing up my Switch versus my Switch OLED, between the two of them, quite honestly. I do wish that there was a way that it would stand on its own if you are using a third-party dock. That's the one thing. This is pretty much exclusively designed. I mean, you can use it with third-party docks if you wanted to. It's just not as elegant of a solution, quite honestly. Are these new tracks? Nope, not yet. We'll go to these guys here. You know, the build quality feels good. I felt like the cartridges were held snugly but didn't have a death grip on them. I just wasn't as big of a fan of the fact that the storage cartridge area is a little bit, extends out a little bit further than the standard. The standard cartridge when they are in place there. But overall, this is a definite win for Unitek. I think they've done a great job with this, and I don't think I've ever run this course. This doesn't look familiar. So good to know that too. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below in a pinned comment where you can pick it up through our Amazon affiliate link. Now, that is something that does help the channel if you do order through that. Kind of like jumping up there, it helped me out too. And avoiding that green shell. Ooh, hey, thanks, Baby Mario, for showing me that shortcut. I didn't know that was there. But it's one of those that, you know, I'm digging what this is doing. This is, you know, for someone like me, this is exactly what I've kind of been looking for, and it does, you know, pretty much combine that physical and digital all into one. Now, if you're looking for some other reviews of other Unitek products, I will have those linked for you on screen right now where you can go ahead and check out. They've got some really, really cool portable docks. I wish worked better with this as far as being able to have a good mounting position to it, but they work really, really well, just like this does.